Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and I'm in Fort Nelson, British Columbia, and I'm here at the Fort Nelson Heritage Museum. They've got a lot of interesting things out on the yard here, so I'm going to show you this first. This is a crankshaft for a huge electricity generator. And this is the 76th anniversary of the Alaska Highway. It would take a long time for this guy to make it. Here, like this collection they have on the wall. A lot of stuff. Here's a three-wheeled scooter. Imagine how long it took to collect all this. Oh, wow. Teletype. Telephone switchboards. Look at this telephone. Must be a special purpose. Got a bunch more farm equipment back here. And here is the Fort Nelson Post Office. Oh, look who's here to help you. Nice. These are mailboxes with, actually you can put a padlock on them. A scale, tractor, the wooden boat. This looks like a church. Yep, sure is. This looks like it might be some sort of paddy wagon. We don't think these have been dusted in quite a while. I don't think this is supposed to be one of the museum displays. This license plate hasn't been renewed for a while. And amazingly, they still have some air in the tires. This is the generator that crankshaft was for. Cooper Besserman. Here's an interesting little shop. How do you like this bench? And they made a bench out of this barrel type thing. Airplane engine. Looks like this is another attempt at making a bench. I wonder if these propellers are supposed to be in a warped shape like that. How do you like these knotty woods?
Shot. This is our trapper's cabin. Yeah, if you want. We have some modern stuff in here and there because during Heritage Days we open up and start mannequin tea.
Okay.
Mostly beaver, ermine, mink, fisher. This is our Wolverine. You sit on it and and you hold it down there. Exactly. Oh, come on. The wood is being a bit stubborn.
It's too dry.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, so it's good for axe handles or table legs or anything like that. It is mostly just for racing. This is the one people usually think of, but this one is actually a lot more general use. People would use it for hauling freight, going on long trips, transportation. It's a little bit longer. It's instead of on runners, it has a flat bottom like a toboggan, so it's slightly sturdier. It has the pack built into it on top, so it's also a lot easier for an average person to make than this one, right?
And this one to run.
Yeah, but this is lighter, so it's ideal for when you want your dogs to go fast.
What do you call this tree?
It was probably just a spruce tree, but it has a lot of burls on it, which are these things. So burls happen when a tree is damaged in some way, like a bear scratches it or something, and then it will try and heal itself, but it will kind of overcompensate and just keep growing cells. So it's kind of like a cancer or a wart on a tree. It doesn't really do any harm. It grows as long as the tree grows. They can get up to, on different trees, they can get up to like over a ton in weight. And then the manager of the store lived here with his family, and the clerk probably was there as well. So yeah, this was a very, very fancy house at the time. Most houses in Fort Nelson would have had 2 or maybe 3 rooms. This one has 6, including an upstairs. Yeah, and the ice cream maker next to it. This is a tin for making bread, like fancy rolls. Yeah. Yeah. The size of it is a pretty good indication of the wealth that this family was living in, just because it's such a big space, and because it's a big space, it would be a pain in the ass to heat. Like very expensive and very difficult as well. With the pot, especially with the potbelly stove. Yeah. The record players from the 60s, not the 40s. Yeah. The bear might be original to the house. Don't quote me on that, but I think she is. She used to be brown like a regular grizzly, but she sat in the sun so long that she turned blonde. So she got bleached, yeah.
So buggy's from
Early 1900s, around 1905 kind of thing. Yeah.
Who is that in bed?
Well, the clerk probably would have stayed in this room. We just have a mannequin in there right now. But yeah, so the manager of the store was always a married man, and the clerk was always single as part of his contract.
Oh, why would that be?
Pardon?
Why would that be?
Well, he would be like pretty young, around like 16 to 20 kind of thing. I guess so he couldn't like run away with his bride or anything like that. He was committed, had to stay committed to his work. Yeah, I suppose. The Hudson's Bay blanket on the bed is, they used to be very common, but they're pretty rare nowadays.
Here's a sign I've never seen on the road, but should have many times. They got a GMC tanker. And what could this wheelbase be for? That is pretty wide. All sorts of vehicles out here. You can take a picture of yourself scrubbing the clothes. Here's a house on stilts, a little cabin. It says no climbing. I wonder if bears could climb up it anyway.
It's like all the trappers would come back off of the lines and into town, and they would have a big party.
Oh, that's nice. That's like February.
Yeah.
Normally it's beginning or?
Middle. Besides them and the mannequin, everything else in the house is original, which is pretty cool because usually we know a lot about how important people live, like kings and queens and stuff like that.
Yeah, but not the normal one. That's,
yeah, which is more relatable.
Yeah.
Oh, she must have had a terrible accident.
Definitely, yeah.
He's the engineer from, also from.
They have one of these old machines that makes ID badges. I saw one of those ages ago somewhere. Biffy.com. Wonder what's in here. Aha. These are some displays inside their main building. You got 4 washing machines. And you have a little video theater with 2 pianos. Here's a Paymaster check writing machine. I used to use one of those for a company in the 70s. You have an outboard motor collection. Oh, look at this little scooter. This is a white cow moose. Well, if you really dig this kind of thing, you could spend all day long in here. Just numerous things to see. Have a gun rack and a lot of stuffed animals. Here's a machine where you can buy cigarettes for 50 cents. You need a new radio? This guy's got a bonus antler down the middle of his face. This museum has quite an amazing collection. Nice stop by on the Alaska Highway. Good day, folks.